Leo. How are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are mostly focusing on career and finances, but I will be drawing cards for, general affirmations as well as love. There has been a lot of love readings uploaded in the last week, including those shorts. So check those out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. This week we have the Healing Light Oracle cards. The Lenormand deck we have the Owl and Magpie Lenormand. Sometimes it doesn't pick up very well on the camera, so I'm sorry. The True Love Oracle, and I am using a new deck. I haven't used it on the channel before, but I absolutely adore this deck. This is the Money Moves Oracle deck, so we're going to be using that one today. But getting into it for you, Leo. And yes, the video is a little bit out of place today. I'm just waiting for my tripod to, be fixed. I'm broke it earlier today. Yay. Leo, what does Leo need to see? What does Leo need to see, please? Joy and happiness, Leo. I am like a child who finds joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in the spirit, not in material things. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. Okay, Leo. So paying attention to the small things in your life that do bring you joy and happiness, okay? Embracing that child spirit a little bit more, being a little bit more playful and free-spirited with your energy, and just enjoying the simple stuff, whether that's, oh, look, I got up this morning. Wow, I'm so happy I managed to get up this morning. Oh, look, I've got coffee. I love coffee. Maybe that's just me. I'm a big coffee person, but I'll clarify that energy. I do feel it's like the smallest joy. So I do feel as though there's going to be just a few really small blessings for you this week, Leo, that it's kind of asking you to pay attention to those small, tiny little blessings, because the more that you're paying attention and being grateful for those small things, the more they will start to, occur and bring in the bigger energy of joy and happiness as well. Leo, clarifying the joy and happiness energy for Leo. It's about the way you're perceiving things as well, Leo. I do have two separate messages here, but just clarify that first card. What specifically is that for Leo, please? Just clarify that first card. What specifically is that? Definitely some small little happy moments for you this week, Leo. We do have the Rider coming through first, which is some sort of good news on the way. That was clarified by the Clover, which is good fortune surrounding you at the moment. So there is some sort of good news on the way, something headed towards you, that it's going to just be like good fortune, just general good luck. It's kind of this energy of like, good news, you saved $2. Good news, you found $2. Good news, you got the color item that you wanted. Just little things that it's just going to be just these little things that are just, just good luck this week for you, Leo. It's like kind of like you're walking down the street and it's like, good news, that car didn't hit you. Like you're right there as a big car accident's happening and it misses you by this much, and it's just like, wow, you were just so lucky to miss that. Like it's just random good luck things like that happening around you this week, Leo. It's like you're in the right place at the right time. You save $5 on something this week. You get a bill that arrives and then you win $5 on the lottery that pays for that bill. just random little things that just play out and just fall into place in a really kind of lucky kind of way for you. We do see that with the horse and the clover there, the clover sometimes can talk about gambling stuff as well, like taking a bit of a chance, taking a bit of a risk. So if you are someone who does sort of bet on the horses, that may actually pay out a little bit for you this week as well. But I'm not seeing any huge dramatic wins. I'm seeing just little wins, just small little wins. Okay, so don't go and put your whole life savings onto a horse. Definitely don't do that. But it's just small little investments actually pay off really well for you. So it may just be little stuff too, like investing in that $5 coffee at your local coffee shop instead of making one at home. And then because you decided to go to the coffee shop, you run into someone that you haven't seen for ages, and things just sort of work out, and things just it's like, oh, that was really good luck to run into them. If I hadn't have treated myself to that coffee, I never would have seen that person, or never would have met that person who introduced me to this or that. It's just little, just good luck around you, just good fortune on your side this week. And this is the interesting message here with this. This is, I think, why we're seeing that, I'm like a child who finds joy in the simplicity of life, because part of this good fortune this week is coming from your like consuming and observations of things, because we have the caterpillar coming through there. Okay, and the caterpillar is the first part of that transformation, where the caterpillar goes around and eats up everything and consumes, builds up. It's like a building up of an energy. It's like you're sort of just sitting there and consuming and observing everything around you at the moment, and just sort of paying attention to the little things. And it's like you're building all this stuff up before, you're gathering it all this energy to you at the moment, Leo, before you sort of go into your cocoon and transform. So you're really sort of gathering up this energy, and it's the interesting thing is we do have the mice coming through as well. So the mice does talk about this is some stuff you've been through in the past that have maybe stressed you out, that you feel as though you've lost opportunities in the past, you've lost people in the past. But like, because you're sitting back and gathering all this energy to you, and you're kind of looking at things and just observing things, you're kind of realizing that, hang on, I feel as though this is part of what it's kind of like a process of learning at the moment, Leo, that you're kind of realizing, you know what, I'm going to look at that past situation that, yeah, it used to stress me out big time. And now I'm just joyful that, cool, it's not stressing me out anymore. Yeah, I lost that person, or I lost that thing, or, that was taken from me in the past. But you know what? If that hadn't have happened, maybe things would have been, different in the worst kind of way. And you're kind of really just observing the past in a different kind of way. And you're kind of realizing that um, you don't have to hold on to that grief anymore. And it's kind of like, especially when I lost that person, I lost a connection. I feel like for a lot of you, you're kind of realizing that, do you know what? I'm actually really glad that I lost that person, because, you know, now that I'm stopped and looking back at that situation, yeah, might have had a lot of love for them, and I was really, upset that I lost them, but they were toxic. I'm so glad that that happened. It's kind of that energy that you're just looking back at things, and you're just kind of realizing that things are working out the way that they needed to, and that loss may have actually been for the best in the long run. Okay, looking at career and finances. What's going on for Leo with career and finances? Career and finances for Leo. Career and finances for our Leos. Whoa. These cards are very slippy and do not like to shuffle. Leo, career and finances for our Leos. Very interesting. Very, very interesting, Leo, because it's telling me straight away that what we were just talking about with that loss in the past, for some of you, this may have been a career related loss, okay, or a financial loss that you've suffered in the past. And that's something that you're kind of now looking at like, you know what, maybe that happened for a reason. Maybe there's a reason that, yeah, I lost that job, but do you know what? Maybe there's a method to the madness. And I'm seeing that here. We have the wrong decision card. This does feel like past energy. Reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences, thinking before you act. So I feel as though there was something in the past where, you feel the loss of that thing connected to your career or your finances, but it would have been the wrong decision for you. If you hadn't have lost that thing, that would have actually been the wrong decision for your life. Because the next thing I'm seeing here is the direction card. Okay. Do not deviate from your path. Attract a mentor if necessary. Plan where you want to be. So we do see that, if that hadn't have happened in the past here, you wouldn't be on the right path as to where you are now. So the direction you're now going is the right one. That if you had have stayed on that path in the past, that would have been the wrong path, the wrong decision for you. So I feel like that's just kind of, letting you know that, do you know what? That loss was for a reason. There was a very good reason that you lost that opportunity. And it's because of the path that you're supposed to be on here, Leo. We do have that direction card coming out with the many choices. Opportunities abound when you're in a dilemma. All roads lead to Rome. Look at all your options. So, it doesn't matter what choices you're making at the moment. You may have a lot of options of where exactly you're going, but, all roads lead to Rome. They're all, all the options that you're currently being offered, they do somehow lead you to the right choice for yourself. So no matter what decision you make, you're going to be on the right path for yourself. You haven't made the wrong decision. That was in the past, okay? That was happening in the past. You don't have any wrong decisions in the future here. The current and the future energy with your career, there's no wrong decisions. You have so many options around you as well. For some of you, I am picking up that it does say attract a mentor if necessary. So I do feel that for some of you, that may be the best decision, the best path to take is the one where you have someone you can work with closely as a kind of mentor, someone to sort of teach you the ropes. So if you are being offered, a multitude of options, if there is one specific option that is, oh, and this option has a person that will guide you, has a person who can mentor you with that path, that may be the best option for you in this scenario. Otherwise, it's kind of talking about, don't be afraid to ask for support, ask for ideas from, other people who've experienced these choices or gone through those choices. Even friends and family may have some really good advice for you, be able to mentor you through these decisions at this time. So it does really feel as though you've kind of felt as though, oh, like up in the air when it comes to work and career, but things are starting to move for you with that sort of stuff. You're about to head in a much better direction for yourself with work and career. Okay, we do also see the expression card coming through here, Leo. Open up your heart and connect with others. Express your creative self. Okay, so showing the truth of how playful and fun and expressive you can be, using that childlike sense of joy and happiness to propel you forwards. Expressing your creative side within your career options. But once again, open up your heart and connect with others. There's people around you who can help guide you through any decisions you're making with your work and career. Okay, so don't be afraid to open up and ask for support with these people and options that you're faced with at the moment. You may be able to receive some really good advice from people around you, whether it be friends, family, co-workers, people outside of your career who've done that done the similar things. There's a lot of people around you that can offer you guidance at this time when it comes to your career, your finances. Okay, so I'm not really getting anything specifically financial coming through. It does seem to be a little bit more related to some upcoming choices with your career. I'll just double check for you here, Leo. Anything specific for Leo with finances, please? Oh, we have the house coming through. So, stable energy, secure, no big dramatic changes one way or another with the financial stuff. Okay, so no news is good news. Nothing, dramatically negative happening for you financially. But, it's just safe, steady, secure, not really changing at the moment. Okay, for some of you, you may need to think about putting some money aside for your actual housing. So I'm picking up here on someone who may be needing to save up money for a bond, putting some extra money into your mortgage, those sorts of things, putting money aside for renovations or to redecorate, maybe needing to put some extra money aside for your actual physical house. Okay, Leo, what's going on for Leo with love? Love energy around our Leos, please. The love energy around Leo, please. We have maturity. Okay, that is coming through with the sexual freedom card. So I do feel as though this is kind of a specific message that it's like, you're being very childlike with the way that you're looking at your life in general and really paying attention to those small, happy moments and things like that. But when it comes to your love life, you're actually looking at things in a very mature kind of a way. You kind of like saying to yourself, I don't want to act immaturely when it comes to making any love decisions anymore. I'm not going to, and I feel like with the maturity and the sexual freedom that you're kind of like, I know what I like, especially sexually. I know what I want. I know what I like. I don't need to explore. I don't need to, be someone who's still searching for what they like and enjoy when it comes to sex and expressing myself as a sexual being. I know what I like. I've matured and I've grown and I've explored all the stuff I want to explore, and I know what I like. So your sexual freedom is only sticking with what you want, not feeling like you have to meet other people's desires as such. No, I'm not into that. So sorry, not into that. You're kind of approaching it in a very mature kind of way where you're like, I'm not gonna do things that I'm not sure about because that's not what I want and I don't want that. So why would I do that? I feel like I'm just getting this energy of like a couple of you being asked to do things sexually that you're like, been there, done that. I'm not interested in that. I don't have no interest in doing that. So I'm not going to. You're like finding yourself a little bit more mature in the way you're approaching sex and sexuality and things like that. You're very confident and know what you want, which is a good thing, really. Like a lot of us struggle finding out what we want and what we like and all those sorts of things. And you're approaching it in a very mature kind of way where you're like, I'm not going to give my time and my energy to things that I know I don't like. Why would I do that? That's silly. Like, so I feel like that's a very interesting energy for you there, Leo, when it comes to your approach to sex and love at the moment. You're like, I know what I want. I'm not going to I'm not going to do things that I don't truly want, that don't align with my needs. I'm over that. Okay. So you're approaching it in a much more mature kind of way. So that's what we have for you today, Leo. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon.